So the Purge franchise is a franchise I actually started watching in 2019. I enjoy the Purge Anarchy, Purge Election Year, and the first Purge. Up until seeing this movie, the only Purge movie I didn't like was the original Purge movie. But now, after watching this movie, there's now two movies I don't like in this franchise. And after watching this movie, I kind of like the first Purge, as in the Purge, a little bit more. So this franchise has always been one I've been very fond of. I think they actually get better. Where a lot of people said the first one's the best one, and after that they get increasingly worse. I wouldn't say they get increasingly better, but I think 2 through 4 are all actually pretty good movies that people don't really give enough credit to. I think what they had in the first movie, in the fact that it's the Purge, anyone can do anything, but they're stuck in a house, I thought that was a wasted concept. But in the later movies where it's balls to the wall crazy, people doing whatever they want, I thought was a fantastic idea. Then when this movie was announced and it was going to be the Forever Purge, saying that the Purge doesn't stop at 12 o'clock or set, whatever time it's finished at, it doesn't stop at that time, it continues on. I thought that concept was like finally really excited to see what is going to happen with this. I hadn't watched any of the trailers for it leading up. I had no interest in watching the trailers. I was going to see the Purge movie regardless. Kind of stopped watching trailers, but I was very, very excited. I went into this movie excited. My brother had seen it before me. He kind of put his ranking on Letterboxd at this being the lowest one. And I was like, oh, well, that's a bit odd. I'm assuming his opinion is probably wrong or irrelevant because this is going to be a great movie. And I was so bored for this movie. It's mad to say a Purge movie was so boring. The first 30 to 40 minutes, I'd say, I was sitting there thinking, am I in the wrong movie? Especially the first 20 minutes before we even get into even the other movies. Before you get into the Purge itself, it's not amazing, it's not interesting, but you feel tension at the start of the other movies where you feel people going, shit, it's tonight is the Purge. But in this movie, you don't really feel anything. And then when you actually get to the Purge itself, before it goes on to the Forever Purge, they don't show anything. I think that was kind of the obviously their target was to do that, to not show anything and then show the madness. But to doing that, you've got 30 to 40 minutes of fucking nothing. Nothing happens in the first 40 minutes. And I was very bored and I was thinking, am I in the wrong place? Like, is this a Purge movie or am I in the wrong cinema? But then once it does go on, it's just a mess. It feels like they had 30 or 40 ideas. Well, they had all their ideas, they threw them on the table and said, which will we go with? And someone goes, let's go with them all. Because there's so much in this movie that there's too much in this movie. There's kind of so many topics that they're trying to touch on. In the other movies, they kind of have a political aspect to it where they're talking about politics and what the rich do against that. And I enjoyed that in the other movies. They kind of get rid of it for this movie. They touch on some stuff, like they kind of go on saying some people want to do the Forever Purge so that they can kind of switch it around so the rich people can't hide behind their walls anymore and they get killed in the Purge. Some people want to do it so they can get all the immigrants out of America, and some people want to do it just for pure madness. And it's just, there's more reasons, there's so much going on. It's like they try and talk about all these political subjects, but they don't want to talk about it. They kind of just want to reference it and then quickly move on, and they want to get the good, like, pat in the head saying well done for talking about that. So like all that aspects, very boring. I think the characters as well are probably, yeah, no, they're the worst characters in the entire franchise. You've got a Mexican couple, and then you've got a kind of a cowboy Texan family. The Texas family, there's one character in particular who I did not like at the start, and I was quite surprised that he was a character that I really didn't like. Kind of would have happily seen him die at the start, to quickly be turned around to be the character I wanted to see survive the most amount in this movie, which was really quite surprising because I really didn't expect it from a Purge movie, especially this movie in particular. I wasn't expecting that. But the characters as a whole, none of them stood out to me. Besides that, actually, he stood out to me. But you look at the other movies in this franchise, you got Ethan Hawke and his family. Again, don't like that movie, but I like that family. You got Frank Grillo in 2 and 3. And then in the third movie, like, there's a bunch of characters. Like, you've got the older sister, the younger brother, and then the drug lord. Those characters, I like all them. This movie, characters aren't the best. You're jumping around a lot. You're kind of so many different storylines. As I said, there was the whole getting immigrants out and then they kind of moving forward, trying to make their way to Mexico. So many different kind of storylines going on that honestly there is too much going on. The action scenes in this movie, there's one good action scene at the start that I enjoyed. Other than that, I didn't really like them. There was no kind of big standout action scenes. Like if you look at the other Purge movies, a lot of them are kind of not so much people just point blank shooting someone in the head. It's people trying to have fun with it. Whether it's in the Purge election year when they get drugged and then they're gonna kill them, or even in Purge Anarchy when they get captured and then the rich people kind of put them in kind of like a paintball area, but where they're actually going to die. All that was fun, but in this movie, there's one good scene. The rest of it was quite bad. You spent a lot of time on the road. Honestly, I'm quite surprised. I've got so many negatives here. The only thing I do like about this movie is the kind of redemption arc that character went on for me to turn around. You have so many characters in this movie. Same with the other movies, in fairness. They have, like, if you look at the posters, you got all these people who you just have to really show off on the poster, and you've got it in this movie again. I saw the guy, but his one is a blink and you miss it. These ones here, like, you do have, of course, the election year. The poster was all these kind of American symbol people, but they have that in this movie too, and it really is a blink and you miss it for this guy, because he had a pretty cool design. I would like to see him a bit more coming on horseback, because it's based in Texas. I was kind of expecting to see a lot more cowboying going on, which I thought would be pretty cool, but no. But the Purge, the Forever Purge, is my least favorite in the franchise. I will more than likely pick up the Blu-ray because I'm a completionist. I've got 1 through 4. I would like 5. They initially were saying this was going to be the last one, but now the director or writer of this movie is saying he has ideas. He went to Blumhouse and then they said, yeah, we're going to do this. So there is going to be a 6th movie, which I'm happy for. I do like the Purge movies, but hopefully the 6th movie is better than this movie, because this is a bad movie, and I have no ambition in going back anytime soon, but I'll buy the Blu-ray, and probably when the 6th movie comes out, I will rewatch it with these movies. But let me know your thoughts on the Forever Purge in the comment section down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know if it's your least favorite, or if it's let me know what your favorite Purge movie is in the comment section down below. Click the subscribe button for more content from me in the future. I do a lot of horror content. If you want to see more horror stuff from me in the future, click the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.